Hello, welcome back to College Boy Taisen, officially in the winter break arc. That really doesn't mean anything. All that means is that me and Jacob are not currently in college. The semester is over.
They call us Ski Slope Boy Tyson. That was awful.
But as happy as I am to not have classes, the sad, unfortunate truth is that literally the night before we recorded this, I signed up for my second semester classes. So I'm getting closer to being back in the fray.
You signed up so late.
I did.
Signed up.
I really did.
Was that did you actually do that on purpose, or that's how they set it up?
I'm a little irresponsible. But I still got a decent amount of classes. I have 4 with possibly a 5th one, and I kind of hope I don't have it.
I always do 4. 4 I've always been told you take 2 each day. So Mondays and Wednesdays you take 2, Tuesdays and Thursdays you take 2. Never on Fridays.
Never on Friday. That's for sure. That's damn right. How have you been this week, Jacob? Tell me about your week.
I'm not sick anymore. I'm like 90%. You guys don't have to hear me be like half dead, so that's good. So cough every now and then.
That's what good. I'm the sick one now, but it's going away. I'm already feeling a lot better.
Good. But this week, it's been chill. I only had, in terms of finals, I only had to go in today for an 8 a.m. and that took me like an hour. Admittedly, I got a 65. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, just for being a poor student. But no, it's been lax the last couple weeks. I don't really like being lax though in school. I like having stuff to do.
Fair
enough.
I
like getting homework, but I don't know. I like having things to do related to school. I don't just like going, all right, I went to class. Now I just go home and do nothing. I feel like
fair enough.
Doing anything. How was your week?
My week has been it's been last episode. I announced that I was gonna take my driver's license test soon, my road test, and here I am, and I passed.
He can drive.
I have my license.
I taught him everything he knows.
Now I'm gonna make a confession here.
You're a bad driver.
I don't think I am, but
dude, what's the confession?
It's a bit embarrassing, but a win's a win to me. Plus, it's always for the sake of content and comedy here. So, the amount of errors I'm allowed to have in the I guess the state of California is allowing drivers to have is 15. If you get 15, you're done.
Wait, you're allowed 15 what?
15 errors, like 15 fuck-ups when you're driving.
Oh!
Obviously, there's the big ones that give you an automatic failure.
Uh-huh.
I got 14 errors. I'm allowed 15. I got 14. I was one away from not passing.
What?
But it's okay, because a win's a win.
It's okay. You passed.
I take those. I've been driving. I basically drove once a week, except for today. I mean, not once a week, fucking once a day, except for today. And I haven't hit anybody. I haven't hit any animals. No curbs, no poles. So I've
done 2 of those.
I think I'm doing good.
did I tell you I had a mailbox one time?
Oh.
I was bringing my friend back from. I think we were visiting a friend at the hospital. I was bringing another friend back, and it was 2 a.m. And I was back. It was 3-point turning. And I bumped into his mailbox, and I was like, "Did I hit his mailbox?" And I was like,
"Nah."
Yeah, it's 2. And I was like, it's 2 a.m. I'm driving off. So I, shifted. I just sped off, and then he calls me. He's like, "Did you hit my mailbox?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I heard that." And I was like, "Oh."
Damn.
He was like, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Thanks."
But yeah, I'm officially a driver. I'd be going to the comic book shops and getting me a fucking McDonald's, Coke, Sprite, whatever.
This guy's chilling out with the crew.
Exactly.
Schoolyard.
But today or this week on College Boy Taisen, we are doing the usual. We've got our Geats episode 13, I think, right? 13.
No, 14.
14. All right,
14.
thank you. And
Matched up,
we're doing something that we have wanted to do for a bit, and we kind of finally gotten around to it. Jacob, what did we watch this week?
Well, as you can tell by, I don't know, would it be in the? I guess it would be in the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's just gonna be in the thumbnail.
I don't know what that. I don't know what even. I don't even know. I used to suggest the titles, and then then I stopped suggesting them. So just whatever you come up with. But I don't know what the title would be of this one. I really don't. But anyways, enough beating around the bush. We are talking about the 1995 masterpiece of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Which I actually have a lot of thoughts on, but we'll get to that.
We've talked about that we wanted to have some sort of episode to pay homage to the GOAT, JDF, Jason David Frank,
yes,
rest
sir.
in peace.
Yes, sir, my GOAT.
And so we watched this classic, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that in the latter half of the episode. But for now, Jacob, what did you think about Kamen Rider Geats, episode 14?
Yeah, it was alright. It was good. It's Geats, man. It's every week. It's the same thing. I get asked the same question.
Geats
same answer.
Geats has been pretty damn good.
It's hard to. It's we always do this. I always say it's good, and then we kind of open up the floodgates of the conversation.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to actually say what I think about it, other than I enjoyed it, because I think it's that good of a show. I enjoy when I can just be like, yeah, that was good. I like not having to go, it was good, but,
Yeah.
Sure, there's always some buts here and there, but it's never
Don't worry, that's what I'm gonna be here for. It's good, but...
But!
I still don't. I don't think giving the game master a belt has suddenly made me care about it.
No, he is still terrible. He's still... I want to go... is he terrible?
I can commend the show for, instead of using really the mystery of who he is, how the writers don't really know who he is, instead of using that, I guess they're more so using the reveal to just show more of, I guess, the morality of the Desire Grand Prix. Instead of every episode being oh, I wonder who the game master is, it's more so just, oh, how is the game master gonna not comply to the rules this time?
And I think, that's actually a very good point. Because I think it's actually a good thing. Now that you point it out and I think about it. I actually very much enjoy no one has been who the fuck is this guy?
They don't really care.
I actually commend them for not... I think on one hand, I'm going to be oh, it was good, but,
It's not like Dan Carotto, who is the Black Exade?
On one hand, it's like that, who is this guy? Oh, maybe I wish they pushed it a little more, But at the same time, I actually enjoy that the characters don't care, because they're kind of like us. We don't really care who this guy is.
Yeah, they care about their wish.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're Win, when you're just I don't
know. I feel like we asked this in the previous episode of just I wonder what Punk Check wrote down. And of course we got the answer of, oh, I didn't write down shit because my goal is to get you out. But it's interesting to see that the whole musician thing is for a purpose. It wasn't a front really. It kind of was, but it was for a reason. His wish is that it's honestly, Geats is strangely real sometimes. First there's the entirety of Kayla's character of just, damn, it's a little too real. And then there's just fucking, oh, I wanted to be a musician, but all I got is just massive amounts of debt. And I was like, damn.
I was like, damn. Never follow your dreams, kids.
Geats a little sad sometimes.
A little.
But also,
real.
Geats has done something that I love when a writer series does.
Ooh, do tell.
When I watch an episode and I'm like, why did the character do this? This is stupid.
Yes! Exactly!
and then the next episode, they're like, oh, they were stupid for a reason. Because, like, last week, you and me are both like, how come Ace just didn't immediately pick up the driver? Like, he let that happen. And then the reveal is that he did. He did let that happen. He very purposely let that happen.
Can I level with you for a second?
Yeah.
It's still stupid.
It is a little stupid.
I get it. I actually perfectly understand it now. Still a dumb plan.
It's kind of smart on Ace's side, but it still doesn't really fix what we said about Buffa last week of just like, damn, Buffa wouldn't really do that though.
No,
he still did it. It was just a part of Geats' plan.
Yeah. So it's like he didn't. Is it like, did he bank on Buffa folding? Like, was that the thing?
Damn.
I don't know.
It's like I'm betting on you being bitch made, and it worked. And then I was live tweeting a little bit during the episode. I felt it in my bones. I felt like, if this was any other Takahashi season pre-Revice, this would have been where Punk Jack died. I feel like this would have been where Punk Jack died.
Honestly,
but it's really interesting the route they chose to take instead of like this kind of honestly really creepy mind hack.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed his turn. I don't know if we said this, but I feel like somewhere we said something about him getting fucked over. I could be totally wrong, honestly. Because, like, I think I've said this before, too. Once we do these, it's sort of like in and out, you know?
Yeah.
But, no, I actually really like what they did with him. I really like that he's like, you know what, Ace? You're right. We should, work together and fuck this guy over because he fucked
What doesn't make sense to me.
I really appreciate it.
I don't understand why all of a sudden the Game Master is turning on Punk Jack. Because, like, the whole thing is like, oh, you leaked my connection. And it's like, who? To Ace? If you erase Ace's memory anyways, which is the goal of your plan, then that doesn't matter. Or does it mean to Buffa? Did he leak his plan to Buffa?
I don't know, because I didn't understand that either, because I feel like the Ace thing was, Ace literally goes, I'm gonna lose my memory anyway, so it didn't matter. It didn't matter unless the Game Master thought Ace was planning something, which, I mean, he was right, technically, but, like, still, logically, if he hadn't gone, alright, Punk Jack, we're done, Ace would have lost. Anyways, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, no, he probably could have won. No, he probably would have stayed in, actually, now that I think about it. Right? Yeah, he would, because then Punk Jack wouldn't have been there, then he would have picked... Yeah. So, I mean, I guess he fucked up. I guess the Game Master kind of fucked it up. I don't know, but I agree. I don't get why... Holding?
One moment, sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, podcast. Welcome back. Today, we're discussing Bleach 1,000 Meter Blood Boy for a minute. It's been very good so far. I've enjoyed it. I think the animation's been great. Characters are always fantastic. The you watch and the what's his face Yamamoto fight, that was very good. That was top tier. The animation was fantastic. Some horror movie
shit. What the fuck?
What?
Oh, I swear I heard a knock on my door, like a hard knock. Oh my god.
I was entertained. Don't worry, I was talking about Bleach to them. So,
yeah. I gotta avoid that time. Anyways, what were we saying? Fucking Punk Jack's turn.
Punk Jack, yeah, I thought it was very well handled. I thought it was interesting, honestly, because I think we talked about last week, or I guess last episode. No, it was last week. Whatever, not the point. We talked about how it sort of feels like, his character kind of has, like, a time limit on it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily time limit. But I think they fixed it with him,
he feels like he's not meant to last.
Yeah, I think I still kind of feel like that a little bit, but I think with the way he is now, I think there is a little bit more kind of room for them to work on stuff. Like, I think you could do something with, like, him and Nago. Just kind of being forced into this a little bit.
I can't wait to see where the mind hack thing goes, because of course I have all my questions about it. Like, oh, is he still mind controlled if he if he takes off the henshin? Like, is he just gonna be like a mind slave for like the rest of time? Like, how does this work?
I wonder that too, and I wonder. It does seem like he struggled, so I wonder if there is like a way you can just break out of it, or like if you switch the belt, or like you know you flip it or you put a new buckle on it, breaks it. But honestly, I think that was I think the mind thing is actually very cool. I thought that was a very cool.
I also very much like how terrifying it is when they portray it. Like the belt makes a say. He says like crack as if it's like cracking your mental state or something. Like it's great. Something I also really enjoy,
like cracking a file too.
Oh yeah, something I really enjoy is usually, you know, of course the complaints about like power creep, and I'm glad that you can't really feel it because we haven't seen Glare go against Command yet, so it's less of like a creep and more of like, oh, I wonder how this could stack up to Glare.
I do, you know. Power creep, I guess. I do wonder why he didn't use fever in that scenario. Unless, you know, it was just heat of the moment. But I don't know. I thought it was weird that nobody else used... Like, they have it. They didn't lose it. They still have fever. I thought that was a very weird choice not to have anyone else, like, double up or anything. Not that it really matters, because it would have been the
I didn't really
effect.
think about that, because I had a different weird moment to me. This is sort of like, okay, Ace did this stupid thing last week, but it was a part of his plan. I get it. I understand. How come he just watched Punkjet get beat and then decided until after he got mind hacked to go get his driver?
I don't get why.
Why did he just stand there?
Why did he put the belt on?
And then when he grabbed the belt, he waited until he ran up to Punkjet to try to put in the ID core.
Unless this is also part of his plan, which if it is...
Okay, if his plan is to lose, that'll be even crazier. Some anime character like Yagami levels of bullshit, but I'll be happy with it. I'll think it will be silly and be goofy and I'll like it, but like...
Some Aizen type bullshit.
And I was gonna bring that up, like just now actually, of just like... I'm surprised we saw Ace lose. Because especially after like all of this is part of his master plan, and I do expect for like a moment there to be a moment in the show where Ace had like this big loss, but I didn't expect it to be this early. I feel like it would have been like in the middle of the show.
Yeah, I thought it was odd. I also think did I say I didn't think he was gonna lose? I think I said that. I don't remember. Or was that last round? I don't remember. But no, I thought it was gonna be a bigger deal. I actually thought it was pretty cool that they not glossed over it, but it was quick. It wasn't.
It was like the episode ended like abruptly after he lost too.
And it wasn't like I don't feel so good. You know, it wasn't like he was like in pain or anything. It just happened.
He just vanished. So I can't wait to see how the twist is gonna be next week of how he's gonna get back into the game, or you know if it's like because like Kale was gone for a bit. But, like, you know, Keiwa isn't the main character of this show, so I feel like Ace is going to be back literally next week. But, like, it would be interesting if he was gone for any, like, same amount of time.
I think the fact they put in that rule at the end of, the Game Master can't interfere, I think that means that other dude we saw last week is going to come in and be
that's what I think. Because, like, also, Punkjack, like, explained the whole backstory of the Grand Prix of, like, there can be sponsors. So maybe they can be like, oh, this is our sponsored rider. This is the guy we want in.
Yeah. Actually, that's true. They could just have, the item dude could just be like, yeah, we want him in. Which, I mean...
This episode does give me a lot of questions about the lore, but confusing shit aside, let's go to the predictable thing that everyone in the grandmama has been saying since the show started. The whole twist when Keiwa was fighting one of the Jamato riders, and he said something that Ginpen said.
Oh my god, I thought it was fine.
Well, how do you feel about that little twist there, Jacob?
I don't think it's what people... I think it's honestly just... I don't know. I think it's either... It's from the ID cores. Like, the ID cores are the old ones. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's like they are the dead person. I don't think that's what it is. I think that would ruin the show, honestly, if it was the Jamato. Well, it can't be that because the Jamato. We see the Jamato growing.
Yeah.
I actually think they did it like that so that wouldn't be like a theory.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, I think it's definitely the ID core like aspect.
Honestly,
especially because we know the memories are in them.
What I was thinking is like.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny that Kawa instantly jumped to that. Of just like, wait a minute, this generic phrase, this is what Ginpen said.
I suppose, like, you would remember, because, like, he died in front of you, but, like, yeah, it is odd that he just goes, wait, that's what that guy said.
I have to win no matter what.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, man, Kawa has some raw moments. Kawa has some pretty good moments this episode in terms of fights. Like he fucking stabbed the guy in the chest.
That was sick.
he brutalized that guy, and then he shot the dude with the twin cannons.
K was a real one. He was really like, "Hey Ace, do you want to use my driver again?" Like
he's the homie for real. And then
a nice guy.
It's such a turnaround from Arc 1 when both Neon and Ace were like. Silly little Kawa, silly little pathetic baby man. You'll be okay, Kawa. And now in this arc, Kawa's like, "Do you need any help, Ace?" And then when Neon was like all sad and shit, and then Kawa was like, "Well, we're all here for a reason. We're here to save the world and get our wish." Like he was being the voice of reason and comfort and everything. Like my man's really he's grown already. I love him.
You know, speaking of that, the Game Master had that thing where he was like, "You need to do this to save the world." Okay. Why are you so pissed off at Ace winning then? What does it matter? like I get if you're upset at the same dude winning, but if you literally go, "Oh, we're doing this to save the world," why the hell does it matter?
Now I'm starting to truly understand. This is the best video game season. Because, you see, Ghially is worried about the spectator stats. You see, it's not interesting for the viewers if the same nigga always wins. He has to get him out of here. We gotta get the ratings up, gotta get the views up. But you know,
doesn't he know?
Which is
Ninja never loses.
Which is kind of weird because you know it's supposed to be a secret thing, but I guess the spectator companies, sponsor companies, are watching. I don't know. I guess it's gonna be what they're explaining in a couple more episodes. But it's just why is he doing this? Is this a spectator sport? Like, what is this?
I think it's kind of got a Hunger Games type beat.
Yeah, like these sponsors are here just watching. I don't know, these people to save the world. I don't know.
We're here to save the world.
Oh God, Wait, if they have the Pan's ID core, wait, hold on. Say, back to the whole like growing Jamato. If they feed a guy the Pan's ID core, does that mean that guy, that Jamato, who grows up into whatever the fuck, that guy's a menace? Have to take him down.
He grows up wanting to be like Mike.
Like Mike. Oh yeah, that's I'm remembering twists here and there. Of now the Jamato guy seems like he's probably gonna like turn heel from the Grand Prix. He has a whole like side commander.
Was that the Jamato of this week or was that a different dude? I couldn't tell.
I think it was a different dude. His name was like Rook and everything.
Yes, I'm glad that chest thing I sent you is coming true.
I
was actually like
it is. His name is Rook,
which is actually cool. I love when they do chess themed stuff. I don't know why. I think it's appealing.
Like maybe they're all pawns in a game.
Oh my God! It's just like High School DxD.
Oh my goodness. So I guess I have to pop the big question. Not marriage, but
Oh.
I have to.
Why would you even phrase it like that?
I have to pop the big question. Yes or no, Jacob? Do you think Buffa's gonna die?
Ooh. Yesn't. I mean, on one hand, not in the scans.
He's not in the scans, and he had a very creepy little preview, little next time preview.
On the other hand, I don't want him to die on Christmas, so I'm just going to say no.
I mean, it won't be Christmas. It'll be like a week.
Yeah,
from
but
that.
you know how these things are.
Yeah, I know how the fandom is. What I've heard is the big, like, complaint of, like, oh, but Buffa's in the movie, so he can't die. But, like, have they even said this movie's gonna be canon? Like, they're meeting an entirely different cast, and there's, like, an entirely different Grand Prix and everything. And that would be kind of weird to just suddenly throw into the lore of the show.
I love that. You know that picture? I think you saw it. That picture of, like, it's Tycoon, Nago, Buffa with Live and John.
Yeah.
And Buffa's just doing his pose from the promo. I thought that was so funny.
He always just like, stands with a little hip sway.
He's like me doing a peace sign. Oh.
When the squad has no idea what's going. I don't want Buffa to die. I like the idea better that maybe Buffa decides to stop being a bitch and gives Ace his driver.
I like the idea of Buffa dying. I don't want it to happen. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That sounds actually very morbid.
I don't want my guy to go. I love him. And like see, this is what I'm worried about. I feel like the second somebody dies, the fucking Takahashi curse, whatever I want to call it, is gonna kick into full effect, and the show has like a 50% chance every episode to start sucking. I'm worried. I don't want my man to go. Anytime the fourth rider dies, I'm worried.
You know, everyone's saying Buffa's gonna die. Punk Jack's not in the movie either, so just saying.
Speaking, maybe we could actually talk about that leaked movie plot that may or may not be real.
There was a leaked movie plot?
Yeah, there was a leaked movie plot.
I didn't see it. What was it?
It was in Icon's comment section. I'm gonna pull it up, but in the meantime.
In the meantime,
something else in the preview I wanted to talk about is there was a line the Ghially, the game master, said of like, this will be your last chance to get your wish. So that makes me wonder, is there gonna be no more Grand Prix after this, or is he telling these guys, yeah, I'm not getting you losers again. You guys ruin everything.
I could see that. I could see both ways, or I could see just maybe they can't do it anymore. Maybe there will be something in the episode where it's like,
it could be a thing. I feel like how it could go is just maybe all the sponsors are like, well, if you're gonna interrupt the game, why should we play? And then they all just pull out their money.
You know, this is a little bit diverging, but it was gonna come up anyways. So. Speaking of the sponsors, Nago's family. Nago's family. You know, the Karama, Time Fire's little company there. They got some interesting employees, wouldn't you say?
Oh!
Yeah.
The goats!
Yeah.
So the two American boys, Tom Constantine and Michael Kinder, aka what's the dude's name? John and Ben. They have really generic names.
They're like us.
John and Ben. They are Neon's little bodyguards. The white dude and the black dude. And it's got revealed in this episode that they used to be riders of the Desire Grand Prix with their own ID cores. They had their own little henshin poses that they got to show off, and they got to wear the Desire Grand Prix contestant suits. And it's it made me so happy. I posted about it on Twitter. That shit blew up like a motherfucker.
Bro got 3K likes.
The actor for Ben, Michael Kinder, follows me on Twitter now, which made me so... it took me by surprise. It made me so happy.
Hey, Michael. College Boy Taisen here.
Hi, yeah.
Can you come on the podcast?
If you ever want to talk about your time on Kamen Rider Geats with us, we're the guys.
Can you tell us if you got to keep your ID core? By the way, their animals are sick. They gave Tom a white tiger, and I feel like it was a panther. I feel like that was the joke. I don't know.
I think it was.
I feel like it was. I don't want to say that because that feels a little, but still. You know, I feel like that was a joke. If it was, that's actually very cool. Also, Tommy reference.
Tommy reference. White Tiger, yeah!
White Tiger! Anyways. No, I actually think that's sick. I'm glad that came true. I think a lot of people... I don't know if that was a big theory. I feel like it was... Not like a huge... I feel like it was more like a funny... Oh, wouldn't that be cool if there were riders or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh, but like I kind of hope they do get their moment. I really hope they're not the mind hack riders in the leaks.
I don't think they are. I think somebody looked at it and like the
ID cores are different.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy. God damn, where is this post? Icon post way too much. Get off Twitter. If you're listening, Icon, get off Twitter. Stop posting.
Icon be like, I'm Icon.
If I could post in the funny cat image, how about I kill you? How about that? Gee, I wish I just saved this movie, Lee. I really wish I did. Shit. Now I gotta stall for time more. So I finally win. Thanks, Chris. Chris, if you think obligatory Chris mentioned, Chris, if you think I never look at the random DMs you sent me, I do. I promise. And
what did he say to you?
he sent me. He was the reason I got to know in the first place that the actors are in the fucking movie. They're there. They're in there. I don't know why they hid this from us for so long. But all my guys in there. They got Shinji. They got Ren. They got Asakura. Because of course, why wouldn't he be there? They literally have the actor for Outsiders.
I don't know why. They revealed this in a random press release.
It's so funny. It's so random, and I'm so happy.
I don't know what... You know what's funnier, too? That picture of them, all three... It's all three of them, but it's Dark Shinji. He's just there. He thinks he's on the team. Weirdo. Dark Shinji really just be coming back for no reason.
He always does. I hate that guy.
They're really like... God... Episode final was raw. I love that Onyx guy.
This is fucking Stephen Ford posted about it too.
I said Onyx on purpose.
Stephen Ford posted his little thing about he wanted to play Onyx again.
What if they adapt Geats and they use the Dragon Knight crossover?
Here's the Advent Core.
I hate you.
The
Advent buckles.
Fox Advent. Final vent. Or final victory.
Final. Would it be... Nah, I guess it would be that.
I found it. I finally found it. So, like they said, it's going to be two halves. It's the Revice half and the Geats half, but the Revice half is kind of going to spill into the Geats half.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Revice half is that mommy and dad return home with a new baby, but no one remembers that he was born.
What?
They just suddenly have a baby. Genta is so powerful, it doesn't even need to fuck. Babies just appear. Suddenly, a demon appears, and the baby is kidnapped because of it. Everyone wants to know why, but no one can find the answer. And here's the part where things start to become a little wacky. 5 more demons appear, and all 5 of them claim that they are the new dead men.
What?
And they are 5 riders transform. They are 5 riders that transform and fight.
Wait, what?
No, the 5 riders. The Juga, the team. No, the teams. The team.
Okay.
The bozos. They return.
Phew.
But only one is acting strangely out of the 5 of them, I guess. He wonders again, but forgets. Finally, it is revealed that this world is created by someone's wish. So the baby and the new demon and everything is all created by someone's wish. That spills into the Geats half, where the writers respond to the call. The Geats writers respond to the gather round, all that shit. And are surprised to see an unusual appearance. A new game has begun. with the promise that their wishes will be granted, but this time, if you are eliminated, you're just stuck in the game. you don't get booted out. The Riders must capture the demon child from the Revice out of little demon baby and bring him back. The Riders meet and fight with the Revice Riders, I guess. And the new game master sends in the Mirror Riders to make the game harder. The Mirror World Riders. But the fighting stopped when the real Riders entered and explained the truth. Whoever wins the game is trapped in a dream world and cannot get out. It's a bait. Whoever wins gets fucked over. The game has already been played in the past, and Revi won. Icky.
What?
And he wanted a world where Vice could be with him. And that is why a new baby was born. to be like a replacement Vice.
What?
Finally, the real Vice returns and joins the fight against the fake game master. The fake world is gone, Vice vanishes, and promises Icky that he'll return if Icky ever needs him. And that's apparently the movie.
That doesn't sound true, because that doesn't even mention the new rider.
I don't know, man. It's the movie leak for now. And as everyone on Twitter has been saying, it sounds stupid as fuck.
As everyone on this podcast, it sounds stupid as fuck.
It sounds like the scary thing is that it doesn't sound fake to me. Like, it sounds possible. Like, I don't know. If Revice is involved, it's possible.
Yeah, sure. Anything Revice touches either is shit or very good.
I'm saying this as a Revice fan. Like, now that the Revice is a part of the crossover, the movie has a strange amount of potential to just be awful.
Yeah, and Hiromi's not in it. Yeah, it's not looking. Yeah, Hiromi's not in it. It's not looking good. You're right.
But hey, Kinoshita's there. Maybe he'll work his magic. He'll work his magic.
Magic of what?
I don't know.
Don't call it magic. It's like curse, witchcraft. I don't know.
God, it sounds like there's a previous Grand Prix that Icky was a part of somehow and won and wished for a world with Vice. There's a lot of things here at work.
I wouldn't want to be with my inner demon.
There's a lot of weird shit. And fucking the Mirror Riders are just there to be obstacles, even though they're real people that are there.
Mirror Rider's just there to fuck shit up.
That sounds like... But, what's proving that to not be true to me is that there's a whole scene where like, Shinji Ryuki comes to fight Ryuga. So unless they're there to be an obstacle to each other, too, then I don't know. It doesn't sound real.
Wasn't there a thing, though? Like, wasn't there, like, a thing, though, where it said, like, save Kido Shinji or something?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that, like, a thing?
Maybe. Shit, yeah. Damn, I don't want this to be real. Come on. I love Ryuki. But do them better than this, please.
I don't really get, like, what, other than, you know, they're the Battle Royale guys, I don't get why you would put them in the movie just to treat them like that, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's a wait and see.
It's the 20th anniversary of Ryuki and everything, so, you know, blah, blah, whatever.
Well, I get that. I just don't get the usage, you know?
Yeah. I just hope this movie is good. I hope.
You know, that's all we can really hope for in most things.
Yeah. But
I mean, I don't hope.
Geats is good this week. The movie leak was meh.
Tycoon Command, that was cool.
Tycoon Command is really cool. Can't wait to see how the status quo changes with the introduction of Glare.
Can't wait for.
I hope.
I like Glare.
I hope Buffa doesn't die.
Glare built like a Ryo Trooper. And
it's interesting to see that Nago's kind of developed. My fear with Nago was that her development was going to go stagnant, and her story was just going to be used as for lore stuff. But it doesn't really feel like that, and I'm glad.
What do you think of Geats' mom being part of the Grand Prix?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. One, I think her name is kind of funny because it's like, oh, Geats is a fox, Kitsune.
I thought the same thing.
Kitsune, but she's the mom. She's like the mom of the Kitsune. Mom starts with the letter M. Let's just put the M there. Fucking Mitsume.
No, I like what they're setting up there. I kind of hope for an evil mom arc.
She was the previous navigator, Sumeri, which is, I guess, Sumeri's importance to everything. She could possibly be relevant for that.
Sumeri is very important to me, okay? Shut up.
Maybe there's a whole thing of like you. Actually, I was gonna say maybe you can't wish for Desire Grand Prix guys, but like Ace literally did that.
Ace did that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
it's also interesting to see like that's the reason for all the wishes, all these weird wishes of like. Well, I wish to be a star because I feel like if I was the most popular person on the planet, my mom would come back.
My mom would definitely talk to me if I had racks.
Why'd
I pick racks? I could have said anything else.
It is.
There were so many other words for money.
I like it. I feel like next week or this week could be the final round. Actually, no, it is the final round. I think they just said that it's your last chance to become the Desire Grand Prix guy, the guy ever.
Can I repeat a joke from my Twitter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why the Minecraft helmets just like the Chum Bucket helmets from the SpongeBob movie?
All hail Plankton.
All hail Sumeri. Sorry. I mean Glare. I mean, God, I hate the Game Master. He's so boring.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that aggressive over it. He's fine. You know, I find it really hard to not enjoy anything in this show other than the Game Master. Like, the show is very enjoyable to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't like the Game Master, but everything else is perfectly fine. It's actually really incredible that this, I think very few shows can pull that off.
Yeah.
I think especially in Rider, I think Sentai, like Dawn Brothers, you know, like comparing for a second, even though they're completely different, honestly. But like Dawn Brothers does a lot of good shit where there's like, Dawn Brothers does a lot of good to the point where I'm like, yeah, the story is kind of, you know, all over the place, but I mean, the episodes themselves are entertaining, so I can't really complain. Like, you know, I'm enjoying what I'm watching, so I mean, you know, the negatives are still there, but I think, I don't know, I enjoy when the positives outweigh the negatives. I really do. I think that is a very good thing when a show does that.
And Geats is staying pretty good. Gotta get that yawn out, fuck.
Yeah, he's putting me to sleep. You better switch to the real topic. Alright, guys!
So, I don't know what my preface is gonna be for this. I think my preface for this is that I've literally not seen this movie since I was probably like, I don't know, 10.
I think
I haven't seen this movie
in forever.
In a fat minute, ever since I was a kid. And that's leading me to say that rewatching this has come to show me that I don't remember a fucking thing about this movie. Not a goddamn thing.
You know, I came into this, I was like, alright, this is going to be a fun time. It was fun. But this movie is kind of boring.
It kind of is.
A little?
But
a little.
It kept me entertained with just how much I didn't remember.
See, I'm weird. I remember, you know, the plot. I remember what happens. But I didn't remember just...
Like, for one...
I don't know.
The entirety of Ivan Ooze's character, I just didn't remember. I knew what he, like, the concept of his of him as a villain. And that's been my memory of him for, like, the past decade. Now, actually, rewatching him again, it just felt like his character felt like he didn't have a script and the actor was bullshitting the entire time, but it's great.
You know, you want to know what I will say? Not kind of Ooze related.
Ooze.
The Ooze! I love his voice. That wasn't what I was going to say. But
I'm Ivan Ooze.
The performance was fantastic, honestly.
Come down to Ooze World.
Get some of Ivan's ooze. Show it to your friends. It's free. Yeah. Want to take another quack at it?
It's so why did he kill those guys? What did he do?
What? Anyways. On it, this is a hot take. Aside from the Zords, everyone had a glow up in this movie, honestly. Like, the suits are great. The command center, Alpha, Zordon, maybe a little. Zordon a little. But, like, Goldar, Zed, Rita, I don't know what the pig guy's there for. I don't know the pig. I forget the pig guy's name. I really don't. Angel Grove, they're in Australia now for some reason, but, like, the action, I don't know. Everything about this was very, it's a movie, obviously, from a TV show, but, like, I enjoyed seeing enjoyed seeing like, oh, they actually, like, put a lot of effort into this when you really look at everything. Just, like, everything is very upscale, and I feel like it's very underappreciated about this movie, just how much they change, but it's also still the same thing, you know what I mean? That was all over the place, but I hope my point came across.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else?
Yeah, what's up?
I noticed this with the Turbo movie, because I watched that a week or a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But this movie has no central character. It really is a team movie, which I actually think that's really good that they were able to pull that off. Now, you could argue, the Fred, whatever his name is, Fred Calvin, the Gold Ranger, is the central focus, but he's really not. He's barely in the movie.
It's so funny that he made that joke at the end. I was thinking about, there really is only 2 paths for a 6 Ranger, huh? Gold or silver.
But, I don't know. I don't know. I like how this movie did it. I like how the Turbo movie did it. And not a knock on the 2017 movie, the greatest movie ever made. But, the central characters in that, you could argue, were Billy, Jason, and Kimberly, Yeah. But this, it's like, no Ranger is really the main dude. Like, not even Tommy. Shout out to JDF, but, like, not even Tommy is the main character, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like, about Tommy's growth or something, it's about the team dealing with this problem of Ivan Ooze. Yeah.
Honestly, this entire movie...
really cool.
This entire movie, to me, felt like, guys, we have a movie budget and we're gonna show it the fuck off. like, look at this. We have a full command center that's just not in the black void.
Guys,
like the set for the command center
skydive.
Is actually pretty good. Like I really love the set for the command center.
I really like it.
The Zordon is it just like the repeated footage of like a wavy head whose mouth you can barely see move, so you don't question it. But like, you can actually see his lips moving, and then they were like the tube is actually like the home of a guy. The guy's kind of sitting there. I love
the crystals, like the crystal he's in.
Yeah,
I don't know what his outfit is. His outfit's like.
It's
like this weird, like, fleshy, like, robe.
This movie has so many weird lines about, like, the Power Rangers lore and stuff that is just like, okay, yeah, it's only for this movie. It's so funny.
Shout out Delcia.
Also, oh my god, this is surely a 90s... Like, this is like a 90s movie, but it is like, guys, this isn't your grandma's Power Rangers. We have, like, basically naked women.
Guys, we have Red Hot Chili
Peppers. I didn't remember, like, the entire... What was her name? Dorcia?
Delcia,
I did not remember her character at all, so I was just like...
Who the fuck is this?
Why does she have, like some Mortal Kombat female, like, Katana Melina, like, oh my... This Power Rangers, what the fuck?
You know what is actually kind of dope? It kind of reads like... I was reading too deep into this movie, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit. But she kind of is like the Zordon of that planet. Like, that whole, like, temple she takes them to. Not really, it's not like... where they get the powers. Or they get, like, their ninjetti outfits. By the way, the ninjetti outfits are fire in this movie. But, like, I guess they're the same outfits, but they just look better in the movie, to be honest with you. But, what was I going to say? She's like the Zordon of this planet. Like, that's her command center. She gives them the ninjetti powers. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, guys, I can't go with you. I'm going to turn old as soon as I leave, which is kind of like Zordon in the tube. little bit, not really. But then she just kind of fucks off and turns into an owl for some reason. I don't really know why that was in there, but I don't know. She's cool. I like that. I like that they just go to another planet for no reason. Well, there was a reason, but it's like they could have had them stay on Earth, but they were like, no, we're going to space. You know? I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It really.
The suits.
Really is your grandma.
I gotta talk about the suits. The suits to me feel like if the MCU had to design the MMPR suits, but I don't mean that in a bad way nor a good way. Like I feel weird about these suits.
I see. You know,
like they feel kind of over designed, but like at the same time they don't.
It's weird because it's sort of like a perfect translation in a way. Not perfect, but like, okay, we want to up the budget. How do we do that?
Like they made them look like tactical, I guess.
I wouldn't even call it tactical, really, because it's not like, I don't know. You're definitely right. Like it is kind of like an MCU type move, but like, not in a bad way. Certainly not. I enjoy these designs. Like I really like the coins in the chest. I think that's cool. I like that. That's like a throwback to the old action figures that they had.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain like what is good about these suits. Cause I don't know. I don't know what the general opinion on this movie is anymore. To be honest with you, I don't think it's talked about much.
You know,
if at all.
The 1995 movie really deserved a sequel. It was underrated.
Yeah, it was underrated. I should have had them get the Zeo powers in a movie instead of the turbo powers.
Yeah. Anyways, Ivan Ooze just says a bunch of random. I still don't think him as a character had a script. I feel like the actor just got to make it up as he went, and it works. Like when he had that line of like all the things I missed when I was blocked up, the bubonic plague,
the Spanish
Inquisition. The reunion of the Brady Bunch. And I was like, what? I was so confused.
You know, I was going to bring this up, but this movie has some iconic lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's one. Aisha goes, let's boogie with the bear. Then she gets bodied immediately after she says that. Like, I did not remember that. I thought she fought the guy. No, she just got knocked on her ass.
Yeah.
And like, it's so funny. The Rangers actually kind of get their ass kicked for most of that second fight.
Yeah, speaking about the budget, the skydiving scene I feel like is where you can feel it the most because there's just like uninterrupted long ass cuts of these guys doing like flips and twirls and corkscrew little moves. I don't know why Tommy has a surfboard in the fucking air. I don't.
Can I level with you?
Yeah.
It's still cool.
It is cool, but it's just like
they can't.
They doing all these little flips here and there in this fourth and the fifth.
I love him with the snowboard. I think it's fun.
And then they come together and they're like, all right, guys, let's break. I was like, okay, why'd you guys come together?
And then they roller skate. I like the roller skating scene. I don't know. It's cool seeing them like.
Oh my god!
Shit outside of Angel Grove,
it was the roller skate scene where I was truly like, okay, yeah, this movie is 90s. Like this is 90s.
not the soundtrack. That's not what tipped you off.
Actually, bored. I remember the scene I was talking about, like the previous episode where we said we were gonna watch this movie of like. I was dying when Kimberly is like, I gotta retreat, and she starts doing backflips, and then off screen you hear Billy go, right after you, Kimberly, and he's just speeding, like he is doing the fastest backflips, cartwheel things I have ever seen, like so efficiently. It is scary.
Oh, so speaking of that, this movie, I actually have two things. One. The amount of sound effects given to
them when
they move,
it
is exactly like the Johnny Test whip sound effect.
I wanted to talk about it.
It is the same effect.
This movie's sound design goes absolutely insane.
Also, they're over.
It is funny.
Also, this is my big thing. I've realized this movie is what the general populace actually thinks of Power Rangers. The over movement, the quips, the whooshing, the flips. This is where they got that from. This movie caused all of that. When you think about it, anything that like Power Rangers does, and like the general consensus is because of this movie, except for the Zords, which I get. The Zords are ass.
I can't believe this was the first CG Megazord fight. You know, for the fucking 2017 Dawn Brothers.
Yeah,
this did it first.
They should have kept this one in the draft. Why'd they give them the fucking Shogun Megazord sword? I don't get that. I don't get it. They should have just did the... No, I get why they did the Ninja Zords first.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up now before I forget. In the Megazord fight, the shit isn't real, right? Like the cockpits, you know, how they figure out how to fly it. They figure it out because of the fucking Power Rangers, you know. Yeah. Of course, there's no real logic or reason.
No.
But all that aside, I don't question things. What I do want to question, how come Aisha on her side of the cockpit has the emergency kick the monster in the fucking nuts button whenever they need to whip it out? And that is their final move.
I love how
this movie is so 90s.
I love how Billy's like, oh, let's throw him into the comic.
Dude, oh my, that was I wanted to bring that up so much because that is like literally the definition of like what people might think Power Rangers is. Of just Billy's like, guys, don't question how. There's a comet in orbit. We can push him in. We can throw him in.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't paying attention for some of it. I think he mentions the comet earlier.
I don't think he does. I feel like he just kind of knew. Like he was smart enough. I know he figured it out.
The dedicated PR fans like myself can fact check.
1 hour into the movie, he actually mentioned that there's a comet in the way, and the rest of the team goes, "Shut up, Billy."
He actually mentioned it when they were jumping out of the plane, but they couldn't hear him.
If he actually did, that would be hilarious.
Tommy said, "Let's break" before he could finish.
Yeah,
hey guys, there's a comet coming. All right, guys, let's break. Guys, wait.
Hey fool. Hey. Also, I took a screenshot of them like flying down with their parachutes and like them standing together in like their jumpsuits, and I was just like, how has nobody figured out these motherfuckers are the Power Rangers? Like, come on! Like, they are color-coded, the most color-coded friend group I have ever seen in my life.
You're telling me, if we met up, we wouldn't be color-coded?
No.
What do you mean? We can't wear the same colors.
Yes,
that's how this works. No! This isn't honestly, a Lupat thing.
There is nothing I can really talk about when it comes to like this movie's plot, because it just feels like kind of just like a Power Rangers like 3-parter, but like turned into a movie. But I can't just talk about all the random things I noticed that made me die laughing. Like the part in the end when they thought Zordon died. When they
Tommy
like
goes, guys, the power was inside of us.
No, that's not what's funny to me. What's funny to me is that like they pan to all of their faces and they're all crying, and it cuts to Adam staring at everyone else. He's like, "Oh shit, I guess I should be crying too." And he like looks down at Zordon.
That reminds me. Iconic line.
Of course.
Genre defining line. I'm a
frog.
The funniest thing about that is everyone else gets these nice descriptions of why they're the thing.
I wanted to bring that up too. Oh my god.
And then she just goes, "'Cause you're handsome."
Yeah, bro.
And then she gets to Tommy, and she's like, "Lord of the Skies." That doesn't do anything. Tommy doesn't fly.
And it's just like, oh, everyone gets these nice descriptions, and Adam gets raised up. Like, that's crazy.
You got the one earring in too. By the way, everyone is looking fine in this movie. I gotta say, the outfits are on point.
And so, bro, even Rocky had Rocky had the best cut he has ever had in the entirety of Power Rangers in this movie. Like, I do not like Rocky's cut otherwise.
With the flannel?
The flannel was rocking. I enjoyed it.
And this is the movie where that picture of Kimberly comes from, where everyone's like, "Dude, I had such a crush on her." No, did you though?
Goldar did.
The real ones were crushing on Trini.
Goldar had a crush on Kimberly.
Oh God.
Goldar has a really weird line in this movie where Ivan Ooze is just trying to make fun of the Pink Ranger by calling her the cutesy Pink Ranger, and Goldar's like, "Oh, you think she's cute too?" And I was just like, "Whoa, Goldar."
They call him Rizlar.
That's terrible.
That was awful.
Oh,
that might be the worst joke I've made on this podcast.
Yeah, it truly is funny to me that Adam is just like, "Well, I'm a frog," and then she proceeds to say nothing about frogs and just kisses him, and he's like, "Okay, sure, I'm fine with this."
That's my goat. That's mine.
Johnny Young Bosch, the goat.
Bro complains, gets a kiss.
Exactly.
Chad.
He's ready to go after that. Also, this movie is like strange. Like, it is like, it's kind of violent in a way, but like not really. And I like the ooze guys, and they're fighting them, and they just like fucking exploded against walls. And I was like, "Whoa!"
when they're like double whammy, you're on, and they kick the guy in the head at the same time.
What are these Mortal Kombat fatalities they're doing?
I think I brought this up last week, but the part where Tommy's like, "I want you guys to meet Saba."
Oh, dude, no, that is the part where the sound design goes the most crazy, because then he does all these little hand whips, and they make sure they added a design for a sound for every little hand movement, and then he throws Saba, and Saba does like 20,000 flips in the air. He circles around the bad guys like 50 times, all before going all the way up to the curb.
And only to just shoot at the laser.
He doesn't even use the blade.
You want to the sound? You saying the sound design reminds me. This is a small thing. I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if you did, but they kept the same. What is he? A falcon?
Yeah.
Sorry, a falcon. He's a falcon.
Falconzor.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, they kept they used the same sound they used in the show when it screams. I thought that was neat.
I didn't notice that. What I did use is that they use the same scream sound effect that every piece of media uses, like when a crowd cheers. I can't describe it, but like if you've heard it, you know it, like you know it deep to your core.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. What I was gonna say something. Damn. Okay, now I remember.
Fuck.
What is with this movie and Power Rangers Turbo, the movie, of like having the beginning with like these like Star Wars beginnings?
It's because of the Star Wars impact.
Like the beginning was like these teenagers. And, like, it felt so goofy, like, even though Star Wars is also goofy, but, like, it felt just so goofy seeing, like, the Star Wars, like, text scroll, but there was, like, a narrator going,
Star Wars isn't goofy.
Like, these teenagers have secret identities, and they use these mechanical vehicles called Zords!
and then it has the audacity at the end to go, the 6 of them. No, there was 5. There was 5 at first. Tommy came later. Get it right. God. You know, by the way, hot take. White Ranger Tommy, second best Tommy.
Who's the first? Is it green? Or a black Ranger?
No, it's Black Ranger.
Alright, there you go.
Black Ranger Tommy. It's Black Ranger Tommy. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
No, I can... actually, no, I think I might have to go with the White Ranger. And then there could be a little bit of Die Ranger bias, but the episode of him becoming the White Ranger is... I'm 100% sure that is the episode I've seen the most as a kid. I had this DVD. It was like a Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers Ultimate.
Yes. I had that as a kid.
I have that.
I had that as a kid.
I have it.
I watched it 1,000 times, and I always watched the White Ranger episode.
You get White Light, Forever Red, Trakeena's Revenge.
That's probably also why I remember Forever Red so good too.
To the 10th power, there's one more. God. Oh my god.
But I had it. And it was, I watched the White Ranger episode over and over. Like, I remember that episode to a T.
Nah, that one. Nah. Oh, and Canton does.
Need White Ranger right now. I miss Power Rangers insert themes, man.
By the way, why does he say White Tiger in this movie?
White Tiger! Tigers are...
Also, don't piss me off.
Even though you pointed it out to me like last week, so I was gonna eventually notice it now. It is so jarring that they're out of order.
Pterodactyl. Okay, why were they? They were out of order, And then when they do the ninjetti call out, they're out of order even more. I thought they almost had me. They did Tommy first, then Adam, but then they fuck it up. I just don't get it. It's not hard. It is a simple order. I remember it. I do it on the daily. I say it's morphin time. I go through the callouts because I have a problem.
Yeah. Also,
I hype myself up.
The ooze dudes that they fight in the beginning of the movie, those are low key like some genuinely scary like goons, you know, like the designs of them are low key kind of actually scary, like compared to the putties and whatnot.
And the tangas.
They're kind of creepy. Like sometimes it looks like they got Michael Myers mask on. Like it's crazy.
Did you know? Fun fact: I am actually terrified of Michael Myers. Not really. He unnerves me, and I think the movies are mid. But anyways, that's besides the point.
I also another showcase of me not remembering this movie. I thought Lord Zed and Rita's entire thing is just they tell this guy to do their work and then they fuck off for the rest of the movie. I don't remember the whole thing with the snow globe.
I only remember the snow globe bit because at the end where they're like, "Go Rangers, go!"
Also,
it's so like
go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was gonna say another showcase of their budget, but like everyone in this movie has a redesign. But like sometimes you might not be able. I didn't notice that as a kid. I just thought like they had the same costumes, but no, like even Goldar has a redesign.
I think Goldar really came out the best. Honestly, I think
Goldar looks cool. No, I really like. I didn't know if Lord Zed had this in the show, but like his brain is constantly moving.
Yeah,
even when he's not in the focus.
His whole head's like CG. It's cool. I think it's CG anyways.
It's cool. Like the little armor around his like muscular body is like a more chromy, more shiny.
Yeah. I think they really nailed just making everything. I said it already, but I think they really nailed making everything a bit more, updated or a bit more. I think it's really cool.
Like even Alpha had a little bit more high budget design.
Alpha was weird because I thought Alpha was a bit over designed.
Yeah,
I kind of see why. Not like so bad because he's barely in the movie, but
yeah,
it's fine. Not really complain. It's just like an opinion.
Also, another weird line I don't remember when Kimberly says, "Zordon, you're like a father to us." Oh, okay.
Bitch, you got a dad.
Was he?
Was he though?
He would
draft you guys.
He's just like, how is he a father to you guys? He just abducted you guys one day and said, "Go fight fucking evil monsters," and you're like, "Okay, don't question it. It's morphin time."
Have you ever seen the parody Rangers?
I have not.
Oh my god, I gotta send you that. They are like classics to me. There was these animated parodies of Power Rangers, and they did the Power Rangers movie, and it was fucking insane.
That sounds
I'll send it
hilarious.
To you. No, they're like old school YouTube too. So it's just the dumbest humor possible.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's funny. I don't know. This movie and that are always like entwined into my head.
Also, just the entire plot of like the civilians with Ivan Ooze and everything is just like, for some reason I remembered that to a T of like everything with the parents and the kids and fucking come to Ooze World.
Come to Ooze World. Dig up my Insecticons or whatever they were called.
Dig up all the stuff.
I actually liked his mechs. I thought they were cool.
That was also the other part of the movie where I thought it was strangely violent when they cut off like the insect thing's tail and it starts bleeding out the ooze, but like it's ooze, so it's not scary.
I like how they cornered the last one. He was like his pincers were chattering. I never noticed that. I thought that was funny.
Go ahead.
I like how in the Megazord fight, he rips off that tower thing.
Yeah.
But somehow that tower thing is able to go toe to toe with the power sword. I know it doesn't matter, but that doesn't make sense. Because theirs is a sword, his is a tower.
You know what? You know what bothers me?
It's stupid. What?
It just little things here and there don't make sense to me of like the phrase in the show, we need Exord power now, but they don't say that in the movie. You know, they go, oh, we need Ninja Zord power. Like, it's just like, all right, guys, summon the Ninja Zord. And they all do their little, like, poses. Like, go there, Ninja Wolf Zord, Ninja Bear Zord, blah, blah, blah.
Frog Ninja Zord.
Ninja Falcon Zord, yeah!
Yeah! I like that. You know, this is kind of related, I guess. I like that their lines are callbacks to when they first got in the Zords. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
It was like, nice stereo. I don't know.
I don't
know, there's a lot of like small stuff that I enjoy.
I really enjoy it. It's like the scenes in any superhero movie when the superhero does like casual small things to help the people. And like this is kind of not a small thing because they would have died if Tommy didn't help. So like the kids on the train and the Falcon uses the Falcon Zord to keep the rails.
I love how Tommy dips for a lot of this fight. He's like, guys, I'm pulling out. Doesn't come back for like a good 5 minutes. What the fuck were you doing, dude? What were you doing? How are you fixing a Zord?
And then Billy,
I don't get it.
Then Billy is like, guys, there's a comet in space. Let's go to fucking throw him into it. Also,
quick, Alicia, hit the nut button.
It is the funniest line delivery of the entire movie when Ivan's just like, I'm angry, and then his face stretches out. It is the funniest thing. It's just, now I'm angry.
You know, speaking of the Megazord fight a little bit, we get possibly the greatest cover of any theme song put to man. And that's the movie version of the MMPR theme. We discussed this last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the MMPR movie theme is amazing.
This is the greatest cover of anything ever. Like, you can't beat it. You get the...
It is so entertaining. Like, the guitar, the way they sing it, it is good.
The opening bit, like in the full version where it's like, dun, dun, you know, with the drums too. It's so...
It really feels grand, like it was made for a movie.
It's so good they brought it back in 2017, which, respect. You want to know what I don't like?
Huh.
I've never liked this, even in the 2017 movie and some other stuff. I don't like how small the Zords are. You know, they feel super tiny to me.
They do.
Maybe it's the way it's shot, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's... I don't know. I've always had this problem, but I feel like the Zords are much bigger on the show than they've ever been on these movies. They feel super small in the movies to me. And I know like Sentai has kind of made them smaller. Like Kishiryuo, I vividly remember was like a building, like 2 buildings high or something.
Yeah. But
I don't know, the scale of this I've always felt like the Megazord is huge, you know, like it dwarfs the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
But it really never does. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever felt like that.
The only scene or like moment that I've really felt that in is like Serpentera.
Yeah.
Serpentera is supposed to be like this giant fucking thing.
Yeah, the Megazord felt super tiny in this, honestly, just with how like spindly it is.
Yeah. And I feel like it's probably because like I don't know, maybe they mocap. It feels like they kind of mocapped it.
It does feel like they mocapped
and so they kind of built it around the build of the guy that had mocap it, and it does look skinny, like a guy.
I'm going all over the place, but I enjoy like the cockpits in these.
The cockpits really feel really like I want it realistic, but they feel like they could be real.
They feel more diverse, I think. They feel more like specialized. Like I like Rockies where it's like the it's kind of like the Millennium Falcon type of look with like the hexagon.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I don't know, and like the different controls they all got. And they're just saying all this bullshit where it's like, the reflector shield. I'm losing power.
The big thing I did not remember in this movie was the design of the Megazord. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I thought it was like a 1-to-1 with the Ninja Megazord in the show. Boy, what the fuck is that? Like, especially the head. It is the head especially that makes me feel like everything is wrong. It's just,
what the fuck did they do to my guy?
It is so goofy. Like, Power Rangers is goofy, but like it's just like it just was not it. Like it just wasn't it.
It's so weird because they nail, like, everything else. Like, everything, every other Zord is nailed to a degree. Like the Ape Zord is completely different. I will completely fold to that one. The Frog is kind of different, but it's close.
The Bear
The Falcon's
is there.
1-to-1. the Bears, I would say the Bears 1-1. Maybe it's a bit more smoothed out, but that's semantics, I guess. But then the Megazord feels so radically different, and I do agree. I think it is the head, but it's also the build. I think it doesn't have
it's not the same bulk at all.
Legs, yeah. It's also weird that they act like the Falcon is like a main part.
Yeah, it's just wings. He's like, don't worry.
Tommy's like, guys, I'll finish docking later.
I gotta complete the sequence.
I like when they talk like that.
Yeah.
Light him up, Rangers.
My favorite part, which I think you're completely right earlier, this is where kind of more, I don't know if I'd call them stereotypes, but I don't know, conceptions about Power Rangers come from. Because there's so many random scenes where the Rangers are just doing nothing but walking around maybe, and someone will be like, alright guys, let's power up, and they're like, right, yeah. And then 5 minutes later you'll be like, alright guys, let's power up, and they're like, right.
They
have so much unnecessary shit that they say.
I think they fixed it in the Turbo movie, I think. I think arguably Turbo is weirdly the better movie.
Oh no, it is. I watched it a bit ago, and I really do feel like it is. I know Turbo's hated on a little bit, but I like it.
I enjoy this movie more though. It's weird.
Yeah, there's too much nostalgia behind this one.
Yeah, and there's much more
this is the GOAT, this is the 90s.
This is it. This is the Clone Saga.
This is truly 90s. This is everything you could want. There's roller skating teenagers. There's the best soundtrack you could think of.
I know. I think I bring this up every episode. But remember the Amazon's movie trailer where it goes, "Now this is Kamen Rider."
Yeah.
Now this is Power Rangers.
This is pod racing. This is it.
This is pod racing.
I make that joke when I'm not a Star Wars fan.
We should do a Star Wars episode.
Oh, my friend will go crazy over that. He's been trying to get me into Star Wars for years.
What do we watch in chronological order? Do we watch A New Hope?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
All I know is that there's a guy named Luke Skywalker, and he's like, I'm your son. Or no, he's not. The other guy is like, I'm your father. And he's like, I'm your son. And he's like, no.
He's like, I want to go to Tashi Station and get some power converters. This is a little side tangent. This reminds me of you not seeing Star Wars. Peters has only seen the MCU movies and Spider-Man 3. And it infuriates me. That's all we've seen. By the way, this leads me into my next discussion. The Across the Spider-Verse trailer came out.
Yeah. Oh, fucking, now this is Kamen Rider, now this is Power Rangers, thinking, now this is Spider-Man!
Yeah.
I can't believe it. After making the best Spider-Man movie ever, they're gonna make it the second best by releasing the next new movie ever. Oh my god, the trailer looks so good. They have the score from the first movie playing, and the score that I love so much that they mix in with What's Up Danger, but it also works as its own score. Yeah. And Miles looks older now. I don't know how much the time skip is, but he has his own dedicated Spider-Man suit, and he moves around casually doing Spider-Man stuff. But now there's a whole multiversal government of spider people, and
that worked as well as I thought it would. That was the exact reaction.
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man.
I love the mystery behind it, even though the trailer doesn't really try to make you think about what it could be. There's definitely a lot of mystery behind it. Some people think that it's not Miguel O'Hara and that it's Gabriel O'Hara. They're trying to do something like some kind of plan against Miguel because the suits look different from the post-credit scene to this movie, and then it could be something different. Or some people are thinking it could be the Clone Saga from Miles's comic run, because I know that Miles did that recently in the comics where he had his own, a bunch of his own clones.
Oh yeah, he had Brick.
Yeah. And there's an evil Miles called Salem, which looks exactly like Miles, so it could also possibly be him. Maybe he's framing Miles somehow. I don't know. But there's all these little different possible things it could be. And one of my big things that I didn't want in this movie, and like that this could be a controversial take. I didn't want Peter B. Parker in this movie. Or more specifically, I didn't want him to be a main character. And if he was a big presence at all, I wanted him to be there just to say that he's actually had a kid with MJ and that it's Mayday Parker. And yeah, it did exactly what I wanted. Granted, it wasn't to the degree I wanted it. I wanted Mayday to be a full member of the team, but I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get, damn it. We're getting Mayday. Peter Parker is happy. That's crazy. Peter Parker is actually going to be happy. Oh my god.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
So I watched that trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saw Spider-Man Unlimited.
I can't believe it. Oh my god.
That's all I wanted. And then I saw Spider-Man PS4. And then I got happy again. And then it hit me. If they're in this movie, do you want to know who else is in this movie?
Spectacular.
The GOAT.
Josh Keaton.
I'm gonna hear him. They're gonna play the song. They're not.
I don't think the live action guys will show up. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But I feel like Spectacular is a pretty big bet.
The leakers have said they are in this movie.
I feel like Spectacular is a pretty good bet.
But if I need him in this movie, dog, I will go.
Josh Keaton deserves to have at least one little more moment.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna like the movie if he's not in it. Being straight up. I'm gonna be that petty.
That can be you, man. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, this is me. This is
we'll split.
Not you.
We're gonna be split down the middle.
You do you. You'll be happy. I won't be. I'll be crying. I won't hear him go, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man." He doesn't sound like that.
He's suddenly have a Brooklyn accent.
Hey, I'm swinging here. He actually does.
I should rewatch Spectacular. Damn it, you got me on this now. I want to rewatch Spectacular.
We gotta do a Spider-Man episode.
We do. We really do. No matter what that's on.
Is there any Spider-Man Christmas things?
Spider-Verse is technically around Christmas. No, I'm kidding.
No.
But my god, this movie. It looks so...
We could have did Spider-Man 1 for Thanksgiving.
It looks so good. The animation. Animation really be kicking in.
I love Miles' new suit. I never really liked his old one, to be honest with you. I like this one a lot.
I love both of them. I love them a lot. I'm glad it got delayed. I used to be sad that it got delayed, but it's very clear from this trailer that it got delayed for a reason. They're putting in some work into this. And I hope it doesn't get delayed again.
got Jessica Drew in there.
She looking like my Black Queen, yes sir. People are crying on Twitter because you know how it is when they make someone black, blah blah, this, that, and the fifth. But sure, that's expected. But it's kind of weird that people are like, she can't be fighting while she's pregnant because that's something the original Spider-Woman did anyway.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about Jessica Drew, so what does it matter? Make her black. It's better.
The real fans of Jessica Drew wouldn't care.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of those.
Jessica Drew's cool. But they're making her pregnant. Like, she's gonna be doing all that crazy shit while pregnant. That's the queen right there. That's the GOAT. she got a cool ass bike, bro. Oh my god.
I'm excited for the Spot. I'm looking forward to that.
I wonder how he's gonna play into the movie as a villain, even though they have this plot going on of everyone after Miles.
I don't know if you said this during your rant, but I saw this theory, and it was that the Spot was doing something, and the Miles was defending him. And so that's why, he was like, "Oh, I don't think we should do this," and then they all box him for no reason. They also got Spider-Man India redesigned. He looks sick.
It's interesting to see, because Gwen is. It made it very obvious that Gwen's probably going to be the one sticking up for Miles. Because why wouldn't she? But versus 2099 versus everybody. I'm sorry, bro. He's gonna run into
Spider-Man PS4.
Bro, he's gonna
get the combo marker.
He's gonna see the buttons above his head. He's gonna be like, "What is that?"
Okay, imagine they did that though. Imagine he just boxes Miles.
No, this movie is so stylized to the point where like that little shot of Miles swinging in the city and taking that hot dog had a little thing that just said "take" when he grabbed the hot dog. Like if they didn't do the buttons over the head, I would be so sad.
The fucking bill he gives him is a $25 bill.
I love all the jokes about like, oh, when he runs into Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man and he tags in Virgil. if they somehow make a joke about that, I would be so happy and surprised.
This movie made me realize Sony's fucking up, because it's like, you have all these characters to make movies with, and you're
making Morbius.
El Muerto, Morbius.
Sony,
you're fucking dumb. Make a period piece movie with Noir.
Sony
2099.
For some reason, Sony thinks that every Spider-Man villain can work as just their own character without Spider-Man. Like there is only really 2 Spider-Man villains that you can do that for, and one of them you already did. It's Venom. And the other is like arguably Black Cat, I'd say. I feel like you could do a Black Cat movie. But it's just like a lot of Spider-Man's villains are only interesting because they fight Spider-Man. Like that's only why we give a fuck about it. Like I don't want to watch a Green Goblin movie that has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
I was always a fan of I was always a fan of the Sinister Six movie idea, because it would have been kind of cool if it's like, it's kind of like the Suicide Squad game coming up, where it's like their goal would have been, the movie would have been about them fighting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like I think
that would have been interesting. But like with this stuff, it's just like Morbius, and that has actually zero ties to Spider-Man except for a post-credit scene.
I don't want to talk about Morbius.
The
movie, those memes were so tiring.
But hey, if it gets Andrew Garfield as his role back, sure, whatever, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that.
Give my man another chance.
Man, they really did Henry Cavill like Andrew Garfield.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about the Henry Cavill. The Dwayne The Rock Johnson made him quit The Witcher so he could come be Superman.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not that big of a Superman guy. I just really like Henry Cavill as a dude.
Yeah.
James Gunn on Twitter just
I don't know.
We're not moving forward with Henry Cavill.
When I heard
it pisses me off.
I love James Gunn's movies, right? I love The Guardian. Suicide Squad was a good movie. The Suicide Squad, I should say. The Suicide Squad. No, not Suicide Squad. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But like, I don't think he should be in charge of an entire movie universe. Like, he works better as that one director that makes a movie that's in a universe, but it's clearly different from the rest. Like, he works better than that, rather than being in charge of everything.
I've seen it read as like he's like the creative head, so that's fine.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I just think I don't agree with because they're gonna keep all these other guys.
They're having a giant reboot and everything.
Suicide Squad guys. I don't know. I don't really agree with it, to be honest. But that's just my take. And I'm not even a Snyder fan. I'm really not. Like, I like Justice League was fine. It was alright, honestly. But like I just like Henry Cavill, and I like Ben Affleck, and just to go after years of fans going, we want Henry Cavill back, you just go, yeah, so that he doesn't really fit here, so we're just not gonna do anything with him. He's gone.
After they made him announce his return back in October, like you said.
Yes. And do I want to blame The Rock? Not really. I don't think it's The Rock's fault, because The Rock was pushing for him to come back. It's on WB and James Gunn, to be perfectly honest with you, in my opinion. Because The Rock was like, The Rock went to WB themselves and was like, hey, can we get Henry Cavill in this? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Not DC. But no. Henry Cavill, not Superman anymore. Screw you guys. Honestly. And this is why I like, really, to tie it all back together. This is why I don't really have faith in that Power Rangers reboot universe, to be perfectly honest with you. Because of shit like this,
Yeah.
Because, You can take a show, make it into a movie, fine. But, like, you're going to try to make your whole universe of Power Rangers, 30 years, you're just going to go, yeah, no. But I remember Power Rangers in the 90s, so I'm going to do it like that now. You know?
I guess
And
my
is the
only real
95
hope for
movie to
that,
blame?
my only
Maybe.
real hope for that of how they can try to make it better is just like make it an in-universe reboot of like this is part of the fucking Power Rangers multiverse. So like it's like a different dimension, like RPM, and like they're still connected to the Morphin Grid and whatnot.
That's the only way. I think if it's in the universe, you know, it's a separate thing. But they keep the multiverse. I think I would be okay with that. Because I think that opens the door to like. You can make you can have
Dino Fury has
other
really
teams show up in the movies. You know.
I feel like Dino Fury has kind of been like Dino Fury and a little bit of Beast Morphers has been like dipping their toes into like that kind of comic, like multiverse-esque thing. But they've mostly kind of shied away from it. But like, if the reboot could like tries to take in more of that style of like it's like Shattered Grid, more of all that stuff, it could be interesting. But Spider-Man! Thank you for getting me started on Spider-Man. Oh my god! Oh,
No problem.
I was thinking about it earlier. Actually, just like I kind of want to bring this up, but I don't know how. Oh my
That's
god!
why
Miles
I'm
Morales.
here.
I love Miles Morales so much. My guy. Me and my boyfriend, my wubba, my boyfriend. We have plans to go see it together in this big little thing in June. And they're gonna come over here with a plane. And it's gonna be a couple days after the movie comes out, so I'm gonna have to avoid Twitter for a couple days after that. But like, it's shaping up to be like the best movie experience I ever had, TBH.
I say this with all the love in my little heart.
I hope they're gonna say I hope you.
I hope you all break up.
Thank you, Jacob.
No, I'm kidding.
I
That's
appreciate
cute.
it.
That's cute. Chris! You know what you should do, Chris?
Seal it. Seal the deal.
Chris, this is subliminal messaging.
I'm...
You will tell her. I'm doing like a loop, you know, like the hypnotic thing.
Ask her out to Spider-Man.
Chris, hang upside down and kiss her.
Figure it out. Tape a rope to the wall.
Chris, fly to where she lives. I'm going to out you. Whoa. By the way, happy 1-year anniversary of No Way Home.
Shit, you're right. Wow, yeah, you're right. Damn.
Yep.
Damn, it's only been 1 year.
Ago. 1 year ago, I was the happiest I've ever been.
1 year ago, I was sat in my little chair, just enjoying life and the glorious Spider-Man. God, still can't believe they got back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
I was in tears. Nope, I'm tearing up thinking about it. Get back in.
Which means it's definitely been 1 year since the best fake leak to ever been made. the one with the worst deep fakes I've ever seen, and it's like, hello Peter. Fucking Tobey Maguire theme starts playing. I'm Spider-Man.
I love that. I love that video.
It's the best fake leak I've ever seen.
That's the best Spider-Man video. That's not my reaction videos.
But we have been College Boy Taisen, Action Boy Taisen, Action Girl now Tyson.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble, Tyson.
Ready.
Are you ready? We have been Red Hot Chili Pepper Tyson.
And you know, are we gonna watch any Nexus next week? Do we have to tell our viewers to watch Nexus?
I don't know. Do we? I thought we're watching Sonic next week.
Oh yeah, shit, right. Go Sonic Prime. Go watch Sonic Prime so we don't spoil it for you guys.
We're watching Sonic Prime.
Go on. You know, with the Devin.
I haven't seen a lot on it.
Go watch Devin Max Sonic. Go watch literally half the My Little Pony cast be Sonic characters.
We can finally break down the Jacob origin story.
We'll be hanging on to the other side. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
That's it. Follow us on Twitter.
Just shit. No, damn, I always forget. If it weren't for you, Jacob, I would always forget to plug our Twitter.
That guy's so Ghially.
Those are eyes. Goodbye.
This will be in the little part at the end where the music plays. It's like the
good sad ending.
It's not even a song. It's a song.